to the sides so the band can come in and also so everyone can see the children. Who needs a shirt? They're probably not coming. Yeah. Everybody that's near the kids, if you could take a step back so that we can do the dance, just move back into the sides. Have you seen Alice? But whoever's on here is not showing up. They're saying to tell people to back up in Portuguese for the elders that are annoying. Don't understand.
Vai para aí, é uma maravilha. Vocês lá está sempre jovem. Sempre jovem. Está sempre jovem. Está sempre jovem. Deixa eu dançar por caminho abaixo. E surf-skate. E surf-skate. Onde é a viagem? Agora não fui este mês. Não, pode ser talvez. Carecas é que sempre primeiro, não? Está, vai jantar. Eu estava com There you go. Get the boys over there on the side.
Hello, everybody. Boa tarde. Come on, there's so many people here. Viva Portugal! Viva Lowell! All right. Who's talking? Sorry, everybody. All right, let's try that again. Viva Portugal! Viva! Viva Lowell! Viva! Are you guys ready to get this show on the road? On behalf of the Planning Committee, it is my honor to welcome all of you to the 45th anniversary of Dia de Portugal in Lowell. The future of our Portuguese American community is alive and well, and we would like to begin our program this evening by showing you just that. We had over 60 children sign up and attend practices in preparation for tonight's performance. We are proud to welcome our children to sing Verde e Vermelho by Roberto Leal, a powerful anthem of Portuguese pride. Their voices remind us that when we pass down our stories, our music, and our identity, we give the next generation the tools to carry us forward. We hope that families will continue to support spaces that make this possible, like the Lowell Portuguese Language School and Santíssima Trindade, which play a vital role in keeping our culture strong and our youth connected to their heritage. Please join us in welcoming the next generation of proud Portuguese Americans.
Verde,
reportagem.
To guide us through this evening's program, I'm proud to introduce our Mistress of Ceremonies, Miranda Ribeiro. I don't know why I said that, Habeiro. Miranda is the proud daughter of parents originally from Graciosa and has been a lifelong contributor to our Portuguese community. She has served in many beloved roles over the years, including Primeira Dama, Segunda Dama, Miss Simpatia of the Holy Ghost, Primeira Camareira of São João. She was also a former board member of both Trindade and the Holy Ghost Society, and she continues to serve our city every day in her role as a nurse manager at the Lowell Community Health Center. Please join me in welcoming Miranda.
Boa tarde e bem-vindo à nossa celebração do Dia de Portugal, de Camões e de comunidades portuguesas. É uma grande honra para mim servir como mestre de cerimónias neste 45º aniversário da nossa celebração aqui em Lowell. O tema deste ano é preservar o nosso património português, histórias através da lente. Good evening and welcome to our celebration of the Day of Portugal, Camões, and the Portuguese communities. It is a great honor for me to serve as Mistress of Ceremonies on this 45th anniversary of our celebration here in Lowell. This year's theme is Preserving Our Portuguese Heritage, Stories Through the Lens. Gostaria de agradecer, em nome da Comissão, aos seguintes dignitários por estarem aqui hoje. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment, on behalf of the organizing committee, to thank the following dignitaries for prioritizing this event in your schedule. Mayor Daniel Rourke and Lowell City Council members, City Manager Tom Golden and Assistant City Manager Sean Machado, Consul General Dr. Tiago Aruj, Coordinator for the Portuguese Language Programs and Education Affairs in the USA, Dr. João Caixinha, Director of Transatlantic Partnerships, Dr. Miguel Vaz of FLAD, here with us from Lisbon, State Representative Vanna Howard, State Representative Rodney Elliott, and State Representative Tara Hong. E também às organizações que colaboraram para que este evento fosse possível, incluindo, as well as the organizations that collaborated to make this event possible, including veteranos portugueses e ex-combatentes do 25 de Abril, Banda do Espírito Santo, St. Anthony's Parish, Sociedade do Divino Espírito Santo, Sociedade São João, Sociedade da Santíssima Trindade, Portuguese American Civic League, Portuguese American Club, Portuguese American Road Riders, Lowell Portuguese Language School, the Saab Center for Portuguese Studies, Portuguese American Digital Archives, City of Lowell Portuguese American Police Officers, and City of Lowell Portuguese American Firefighters. Gostaríamos também de agradecer os nossos patrocinadores de comunicação social pelo seu apoio. We would also like to thank our media sponsors for their support. João Dutra of Freedom Music Events, Alessandra Fisher of A Hora da Poetisa, Lowell Telemedia Center, the Lowell Sun, and the Portuguese Times. the heart of this event are our Portuguese-American veterans and the Banda de Espírito Santo, who proudly lead us in this meaningful tradition each year. We are also honored to be joined by Alison de Oliveira, who will be singing both the Portuguese and American national anthems for us this evening. Alison is a talented young artist and will be performing at the Lowell Folk Festival later this summer. We encourage everyone to attend and support her. So without further ado, please stand if you are able and remove your hats as we begin the flag raising ceremony, accompanied by the Banda de Espírito Santo, our Portuguese-American veterans, and Alison de Oliveira.
De Portugal, entre as brumas da memória, ó pátria, sente-se a voz, os teus igrejas avós, que há de guiar-te à vitória, as armas sobre a terra, sobre o mar. As armas pela pátria lutar, contra os canhões marchar, marchar. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous tide o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job, Alison. We believe that the Dia de Portugal is the perfect time to reflect on the power of storytelling in preserving our Portuguese language, culture, and traditions. This year, we celebrate the ways that video and photography capture our heritage ensuring that future generations can see, hear, and experience the richness of our community. As part of that commitment, we also want to highlight the incredible work of the Portuguese American Digital Archive at UMass Lowell, a growing collection of photos, videos, and personal histories that preserve the Portuguese American experience here in Massachusetts and beyond. If your family has old photographs, home videos, or historical documents, whether from festas, church events, parades, or everyday life, please consider donating copies to the Portuguese American Digital Archive. Every contribution adds to the story of who we are and where we come from. We are thrilled tonight to honor those who have dedicated themselves to keeping our traditions alive through the lens of history, and we invite everyone here to be a part of that effort. To open up this evening, please give a warm round of applause to Councilwoman Rita Mercier.
Boa noite. All right, that's it. Obrigada. These two things I know. I'm honored to be here on behalf of our Mayor, Danny Rourke, who's presiding over the council meeting right now as we speak. But I have the Vice Mayor with me, Paul Rathayem. We're honored on behalf of ourselves, the Mayor, our City Manager, and our City Council. Thank you so much. And may I say, you look wonderful. I'm so proud of you. And you won. This is the largest crowd in 30 years that I have ever seen. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, you love your country. You're so proud to be Portuguese, and I don't blame you. And I had the honor when I was mayor, at the request and honor of the people of Portugal, to invite me to the Azores. So I've been to 6 of the 9 islands, so I feel like I know you. I know you. Yes, I do. Thank you. And I had one of the presidents from Graciosa come to my house from the Azores. Oh, I'm so honored. So I feel very close to the Portuguese people. I'm so honored. So good evening, everyone. It is with great pleasure and honor that I welcome you all here once again to the Lowell City Hall, where we are proud to display the flag of your nation, Portugal, side by side with the flag of the United States. Yes, that's a round of applause. Your presence here today fills us with pride and joy because it reflects the importance and strengths of the Portuguese community, hard-working people, deeply religious, and who show loving concern for one another. So let me take you back over 66 plus years after ash from volcanic eruption in the Azores wiped out agricultural production. The Azorean Act of 1958 and 1960 provided a mechanism for renewed Azorean migration to the United States. I brought some of that ash, that volcanic ash, from your country back here, and I got it upstairs in the glass case at City Hall, where I met the mayor and displayed it upstairs in that glass case in honor of the Portuguese people. We honor and acknowledge your numerous contributions to the city's social, cultural, and economic landscape while celebrating your ongoing efforts in shaping our city. We are proud to have you here, and we welcome all of your accomplishments to our city of Lowell. But for this year's theme, and it says it, preserve your history with pictures and videos, and don't forget, that will display the small but important details. You and your heritage are part of the saying that says, there's a lot to like about Lowell. God bless you, and thank you for letting me say a few words. Obrigado. But let me say, you haven't forgotten anybody. You have the Portuguese American veterans. Let's give them a round of applause. You have the Portuguese band that adds all the music. Thank you for being here. You have the Lowell Police Department that got you here safely. The Lowell Police Department. And you have the most beautiful young ladies that I have ever seen. You are gorgeous. But most important, and don't ever forget it, you brought your children, the future. We cannot let this go. We have to keep doing this every single year. And someday when we're not here, they will take over. So that is great. Thank you for having your children here.
Viva Portugal!
Then I gotta say it. Okay. Do you want to say it? Do you want to say it? Okay. And I'm honored on behalf of our Mayor Daniel Rourke to present a proclamation to the people of Portugal. Whereas today we celebrate Portugal Day, the national holiday of Portugal, which stands as a powerful tribute to the country's enduring cultural legacy and the remarkable contributions of Portuguese individuals around the world. This day serves as a reminder of Portugal's rich history, vibrant traditions, and the lasting influence its people have had globally. And whereas Portugal Day was originally established in honor of Luís de Camões, one of the most prominent figures in Portuguese history, a 16th century poet, Camões used his literary talent to celebrate this nation's heritage, most notably through his epic poem, Os Lusíadas, widely regarded as Portugal's national poem. His hard work has been a symbol of national pride and resilience, especially during challenging periods in the country's past. Whereas the significance of Portugal Day is deeply felt here in Lowell, where a proud and active Portuguese American community has long enriched the social, cultural, and economic fabric of our city. Today, as we raise the Portuguese flag, we not only honor the spirit of Portugal Day, but also pay tribute to the enduring contributions of Portuguese individuals in Lowell and around the world. Now I, Rita Murcia, and Paul Rathiem, on behalf of our Mayor Daniel P. Rourke and the City of Lowell, Massachusetts, hereby proclaims today as Portugal Day within the city, and we welcome all residents to join in the celebration, the cultural legacy of our Portuguese community, given this 10th day of June 2025 by our Mayor Daniel P. Rourke. God bless you. Viva Portugal! Thank you. Thank you so much.
We would now like to invite Roberto Leal of Leal Video to the podium. We can just wait until he gets back. Call him and we'll wait till he gets back. He went to go get the car for his wife. Give him a round of applause. We'll wait until he gets back.
We are truly honored to welcome a distinguished guest who has shown consistent support for our community here in Lowell. Since his appointment 3 years ago, Dr. Tiago Aruz, the Consul General of Portugal in Boston, has been a visible and valued presence at our cultural events. We are grateful that he chose to spend this special evening with us, celebrating Portuguese heritage, language, and tradition. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Tiago Aruz to the podium.
Thank you. Boa tarde a todos. It is really moving to see so many Portuguese celebrating our National Day on a weekday here in Lowell. Because in Portugal, it's a national holiday. No one is working, kids don't go to school. But you took time from your busy lives, kids from their time, to prepare this celebration and to be here. So I thank you all. Because this is a celebration that that millions of Portuguese celebrate all over the world, and the Portuguese that are abroad tend to use this day to look a little back, to think about their origins, from where they came from the country that they left many years ago, and that is important that you do that. But it's also important that it's not only you looking to Portugal, but that Portugal looks at you, that Portugal thanks you for all the wonderful things that you have been doing here in Lowell and in other cities all over the US. Your incredible life stories, your generosity here in Lowell, in many places in the US. Because I think that as someone mentioned, this Lowell is fast becoming one of the main centers for the preservation of the history of the Portuguese community in the US. And what you're building here is not only preserving the past, but guaranteeing the future. For, someone mentioned the Portuguese American Digital Archive. I must say that whenever I have a big event in Lowell, the first thing I do is I go to research the archive to look at similar events in the past. And yesterday, I researched the archive for the Day of Portugal in Lowell. And what I saw there were photos and documents from 20, 30, 40 years ago. And the faces that I saw there, the names that I saw there, the names and faces of people that are still here with us, but more importantly, their children and their grandchildren. And from where I stand here today, I must say that I don't fear for the future of the Portuguese in Lowell, for the Portuguese president in Lowell. But I see young kids, I see every part of the society here represented in the Portugal Day of Portugal in Lowell. So I would urge you to continue to meet every June the 10th, continue to go to the clubs, to the associations, to participate in all the events that throughout the year unite the Portuguese in Lowell. So, viva Portugal, viva a comunidade portuguesa de Lowell.
Although Congresswoman Lori Lorero Trahan couldn't be with us this evening, she sends her warm regards along with a congressional citation from Washington, D.C., where she continues her dedicated work on behalf of our district. We are especially proud that she is the first Portuguese American woman elected to Congress, and she is also a Lowellian, whose roots reflect the very community we're celebrating tonight. We thank Congresswoman Trahan for her ongoing support and for always honoring our community. Please join me in welcoming to the stage someone who has spent more than 2 decades preserving the life, spirit, and voice of our Portuguese American community, Sr. Jorge Oliveira. Did he go to the car also? Oh no, he's coming. Let's give him a round of applause. Sr. Oliveira is the creator and producer of Voz do Atlântico, a weekly Portuguese language program on Lowell Telemedia Center. Since the year 2000, he has filmed almost every Portuguese event in Lowell, from masses and processions to community interviews and cultural celebrations. At almost 80 years old, he spends 6 to 7 hours a week producing each episode. He never sought attention or compensation, just the chance to document our community and keep us connected. Voz do Atlântico records the weekly Mass at St. Anthony's, brings in footage from Portugal and Canada, and makes sure older generations, especially those who can't return to Portugal, can still feel close to home. I had the opportunity to interview Sr. Oliveira, and he shared, "I have a friend who has never been back, but when he watches the videos, it brings him happiness. It helps him feel like he's there." When asked about his favorite thing to film, he answered without hesitation, "The little kids in the processions. When I smile at them, they smile back." That joy, that connection, is what he's preserved for more than 20 years. And now, in an extraordinary act of generosity, Sr. Oliveira has agreed to donate his entire video archive to the Portuguese American Digital Archive at UMass Lowell. In his own words, "Souvenirs from the past are important for the future. Not to forget our traditions, the church, our festivals, the beauty of our culture." Tonight, in honor of this year's theme, Preserving Our Portuguese Heritage, Stories Through the Lens, we are proud to present George Oliveira with a congressional citation, with heartfelt thanks for his dedication to documenting the life of our community, one story, one smile, one frame at a time.
E quero agradecer sinceramente de coração todo o trabalho que tem feito para a comunidade. É de gosto, é de amor, é de gostar da nossa comunidade. Foi sempre um prazer e já estou velhinho, já está na reforma, mas continuo a trabalhar para a comunidade. É a maior alegria que tenho, que dizem que esta menina tão bonita, e sabe que quando vejo uma criança, digo ela para se rir. E o que eu faço, digo, eu faço assim. Eles agora brincam comigo, fazem isso para mim. Agradeço sinceramente de coração o vosso apoio, o vosso contributo. Eu não podia fazer parte da rádio e da televisão se não fosse vocês, com o vosso trabalho árduo. O seu trabalho todo o dia, cansativamente, mas vão às festas, alegram as festas, vão rezar os textos, que é tão bonito, apoiam as criancinhas das corações. E hoje houve aqui uma grande alegria. Eu fiquei muito contente em ver este grupo de meninas fazer o símbolo da nossa bandeira de Portugal aqui em frente à Câmara Municipal da cidade de Lowell. Obrigado pelo vosso trabalho, é excelente.
Please help me introduce to the podium a woman who is a champion for ethnic communities and women at the state level, especially here in Lowell, Representative Vanna Howard.
Thank you so much. It's a joyful day for me today because I get to celebrate Portugal National Day twice. This morning we celebrated the Heritage Portugal Day at the State House, and so I see some faces, familiar faces from this morning, including the Consul General himself, and here tonight in Lowell. So I'm so grateful to be included again this year to help celebrate the National Portugal Day, and thank you so much for sharing your culture, your heritage your traditions with us here, and thank you so much for making Lowell very vibrant, for making Lowell better. Many years ago, I was adopted as one of your Edema, so I feel, and Maria Cunha somewhere, she can tell you that. So thank you so much. So great to be with you, and thank you so much for all you do here in the city of Lowell and across the Commonwealth, Massachusetts.
Now, please welcome Massachusetts State Representative Rodney Elliott, who continues to support cultural pride and civic engagement across Lowell.
Boa tarde. Boa noite. All I know is there's no rain. We're going to get this in before it rains. Obrigado. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here to join you on the 45th anniversary of this amazing gathering. You know, we get to come up here and speak and to participate and see this amazing event. But it's people like Elisa and Stephanie who put this all together all year round. Can we give a round of applause to the people that really make this happen? And it's a whole committee, I understand, it's a whole committee. You know, like Councilor Mercia, I have been to Portugal, and I've been to Lisboa. And I tell you, this looks like Portugal here today. So, I'm not Portuguese, and I say this every year, I'm not Portuguese. But my children are Portuguese because I made one of the best decisions in my life. One of them, okay, the best decision, I'm sorry, was I married a Portuguese woman. Un casei com uma portuguesa. So thank you, there's been a lot of speeches. I'm honored. My wife's relatives, they came. Dear Linda Mello, she came, she started International Institute right here in Lowell. And she worked and brought Portuguese people over who came for the American dream, and you realized it. So obrigado, obrigado, obrigado. Thank you for what you have done for our city. Thank you, you're a vital fabric of this city. And of course, Viva Portugal! I love the Portuguese people because I love my wife.
Okay, Roberto is back from the car. If you could please come to the podium. Let's give him a round of applause. Tonight, we are proud to recognize Lowell Video, a family-run endeavor that has played a vital role in preserving the Portuguese-American experience here in Lowell. The late Januário Leal was truly ahead of his time. What began with hand-cranked film cameras became a lifelong mission to capture the heart of our community, from processions and festas to weddings and everyday moments. 14 years ago, long before digital preservation became common, he began uploading his vast collection to YouTube, ensuring that the stories of our people would not be lost to time, but shared for generations to come. Senor Leal understood with rare foresight the importance of what he was documenting, not for himself, but for all of us. Today, his son Roberto proudly continues that legacy. Under his leadership, Lowell Video continues to record and share the richness of our culture and community. Even more, they regularly donate their footage to the Portuguese American Digital Archive, making their collection a lasting resource for research, education, and cultural memory. We are deeply grateful to the Lowell family for their unwavering commitment to storytelling, memory, and heritage. And it is with great pride that we present Lowell Video with this proclamation. Okay, we're going back to back. Next, we would like to call to the podium Walter Santos. All right, I thought everybody went to the car today. I was very concerned. Tonight, we are honored to present a certificate of special congressional recognition to a man whose work has become part of the visual memory of our community, Walter Santos. For decades, Walter has volunteered his time and talent as a photographer, capturing the heart of Lowell's Portuguese American community. Through his lens, we see the beauty of our traditions, our festas, our processions, our gatherings, our people. Walter's photographs are more than images. They are moments preserved. He has documented everything from the dedication of the Eusébio Monument, attended by Eusébio himself, to the visit of the Portuguese First Lady. If you look through his work, you'll find images of loved ones marching in a procession down Central Street. You'll see soccer players and band members in uniform pursuing their passions. You may even see yourself on stage at the Holy Ghost as a child. Photographers like Walter are vital to our collective memory. Their work tells the stories that may otherwise go untold. They ignite curiosity, inspire reflection, and help future generations answer the question, where do I come from? In keeping with this year's theme, we are grateful that many of Walter's photographs now live within the Portuguese American Digital Archive. His contribution ensures that our history will not fade. It will be seen, remembered, and cherished. Walter, on behalf of our community, thank you for capturing the beauty of who we are.
Vocês sabem que eu sou uma pessoa muito envergonhada. Eu vou falar pouco. Eu trabalhei 29 anos a tirar fotografias a dignitaries all over the world. Mrs. Gorbachev, Miguel Gorbachev, King Hussein, you name it, Margaret Thatcher. I've done all of these for 29 years. And I've won many awards and many ribbons and God knows what. But receiving this from the SAP Foundation probably means more than anything that I've done in 28 years. And I'll tell you, when I say I travel the world, I've been to the best and the worst places in the world. Believe me, you don't want to go there. And that is why back in 16 years ago, I went into a deep depression and I locked myself in my house for 3 months because I had a bad experience in Macedonia and led me to, but in any case, that's that's gone. That's, you know, I feel good. I'm back. Mas é muito importante a gente lembrar-se uma coisa. A gente veio para aqui, trabalhou, vivemos para melhorar a nossa vida, os nossos pais eram pobres e no fim disto tudo a gente tem que se lembrar uma coisa. Se não fosse a América, a gente estava aqui. Ok? Se não fosse a América, a gente não estava aqui. Vida a Portugal, vida aos Estados Unidos da América. Vai sair um livro talvez em 2 anos. Está meio caminhado.
All right, next up, please join me in welcoming Felicia Vitorino to the podium. Tonight, we'd like to take a moment to recognize a young woman whose thoughtful words remind us why preserving our culture matters. As part of her Holy Ghost Society Scholarship application, Serena Vitorino wrote about the emotional power of photography, not just to capture a moment, but to preserve identity, connection, and community. Serena Vitorino, a recent graduate of Innovation Academy Charter School, will be attending the University of New Hampshire this fall, where she plans to major in Homeland Security and Terrorism Studies. Beyond her academic excellence, Serena has shown extraordinary dedication to her heritage. She is the youngest ever board member of the Lowell Portuguese Language School, where she's volunteered for several years. She has also been actively involved in the Holy Ghost Society, Carnaval, and countless other cultural events across the region. Although Serena cannot be with us this evening, her message is one that deserves to be heard. We are grateful that her sister, Felicia Vitorino, is here to read Serena's essay on her behalf.
Thank you, Miranda. Like she said, Serena is actually very upset that she cannot be here today, so I'm reading this on her behalf. She is on FaceTime though, so she is here somewhat. She would also like me to extend a thank you to Holy Ghost for this scholarship again, so I'll be reading her essay for her. To me, being Portuguese means connection through music, tradition, language, and most importantly, family. One meaningful experience that shaped my understanding of what it means to be Portuguese is accompanying my dad to his band's gigs across New England. While others saw it as just a hobby of his, to me it became so much more, a window into our culture and a bond that changed my life. My dad plays in a Portuguese band called Origens, performing at festas, religious feasts, and community events. From the outside, it's a stage, some Portuguese music, and a crowd dancing. But for me, it's the hum of the sound check, the buzz of a packed festival, and the quiet conversations in the truck before a show. It's my dad singing the songs I now know by heart, the lyrics I've learned as I picked up the language, the dances I once dreaded, but now join in freely. At first, I was dragged along reluctantly, but as my siblings grew up and stopped going, it became something just for us, our thing. I became the band's little roadie, loading gear, setting up equipment, eating lunch with them, and soaking in every moment. These gigs introduced me to the larger Portuguese-American community. People who welcomed me, invited me to other events like the Queen's Ball and Carnival, and inspired me to embrace volunteering at the Portuguese Language School. Through them, I didn't just grow closer to my culture, I grew into it. Capturing these experiences through photos, videos, or stories preserves more than just memories. A picture of my dad performing in Fall River with families cheering and waving flags is more than a snapshot. It's a celebration of identity. A video of a folk dance or a clip of a familiar song can carry the energy of an entire community. And telling stories like how I'd sit by the stage with a small, watching my dad play keeps these moments alive for the next generation. Portuguese culture is full of saudade, a deep emotional longing for things we cherish. By documenting these performances, we're not just saving events, we're preserving the feelings, lessons, and legacy they carry. My dad's gigs taught me what it means to belong to something bigger than myself, and through the lens, I can help ensure those values live on, long after the music fades. Now, we are honored to welcome a special guest whose work is helping preserve the Portuguese language across the United States. Dr. João Caixinha is the coordinator for the Portuguese language programs and education affairs in the USA. Representing Camões, Instituto de População da Língua, through his leadership, advocacy, and guidance, he has uplifted countless community-based programs, including our very own Portuguese language school, which has benefited directly from his ongoing support. Please join me in welcoming Dr. João Caixinha to the podium.
Good afternoon. Distinguished guests, dear friends and members of our vibrant Portuguese community, today as we gather beneath the fluttering green and red of our beloved flag, we celebrate not only Portugal history, but the living, breathing heritage of the Portuguese people in Massachusetts, in Lowell and across the world. We honor our roots, our journey, and above all, our stories. This year, our theme, Preserving Our Portuguese Heritage, Stories Through the Lens, reminds us that culture is not just something inherited. It is something we actively create and pass on. The image we capture, the videos we record, and the digital stories we share do more than document moments. They connect generations. Through the lens of a camera or the screen of a smartphone, we can revisit festas in the old country, hear the music of fado echoing through city streets, and watch the laughter of children who are learning Portuguese language. In our modern world, where technology moves at lightning speed, our traditions need not fade. Instead, they can find new life in photographs, documentaries, social media, and digital archives. It is through these stories that our children and grandchildren will see themselves, understanding where they come from and dreaming of where they can go. And at the heart of this legacy is the Portuguese language, a bridge across oceans and generations. Our language carries the poetry of Luís de Camões, the courage of our communities, Whether spoken in the cafes of Lisbon, the villages of the Azores, or right here on the streets of Lowell, Portuguese remains our voice, our memory, and our future. Let us commute today to tell our stories. Let us record our elders, share the recipes passed down from our avós, film our festivals, and celebrate our successes. In doing so, we honor not only the Portugal of yesterday, but the Portugal we continue to build here in America. May the Portuguese flag flying over Lowell remind us we are united by language, tradition, and the stories we choose to tell. And finally, thank you so much to the teachers and parents from the Portuguese schools, the Portuguese school in Lowell, and also the members who are helping to build the school. It's been not easy, but it's been amazing to work together to make Portuguese available to every single child. Muito obrigado, viva Portugal, viva Lowell.
So you're going to go there for the wedding?
Concluímos o nosso programa. Gostaria de agradecer especialmente os organizadores do Dia de Portugal, Annalise Brown, Stephanie Mallow e Aaron Nichols, por me convidarem para participar como mestre de cerimônias hoje. E eles gostariam de agradecer a todos por terem vindo. Ao refletirmos sobre as histórias e tradições partilhadas esta noite, encorajamos todos a pensarem nas memórias que já captaram. Fotografias, vídeos, gravações de festas, encontros de família ou eventos comunitários. Estas peças da nossa história merecem ser preservadas. Convidamos-vos a considerar a doação de cópias ao Arquivo Digital Luso-Americano da Universidade de Massachusetts Lowell, para que as gerações futuras podem ver, ouvir e compreender a riqueza do percurso da nossa comunidade. Ao saírem, por favor, dediquem um momento para apreciar o momento português aqui à minha direita. Uma representação da permanente da influência da comunidade portuguesa na cidade de Lowell. Convidamos a todos para uns refrescos no Clube dos Vermelhos, onde continuaremos a nossa celebração do Dia de Portugal. E esperamos também ver todos este sábado na festa da Santíssima Trindade no Campo do Espírito Santo. Mais uma bonita tradição que une a nossa comunidade. This concludes our program. I would like to give a special thank you to the Day of Portugal organizers, Annalise Brown, Stephanie Mello, and Aaron Nichols, for inviting me to participate as the Mistress of Ceremonies today. And they would like to thank everyone for attending. As we reflect on the stories and traditions shared tonight, we encourage everyone to think about the memories you've captured. Photos, videos, recordings of festas, family gatherings, or community events. These pieces of history deserve to be preserved. We invite you to consider donating copies to the Portuguese American Digital Archive at UMass Lowell so that future generations can see, hear, and understand the richness of our community's journey. As you leave, please take a moment to view and appreciate the Portuguese monument here to my right, a permanent representation of the Portuguese community's influence on the city of Lowell. We hope you will join us for refreshments at the Reds Club, where we will continue our celebration of the Day of Portugal. And we hope to see everyone this Saturday at the Santíssima Trindade Feast at Holy Ghost Park, another beautiful tradition that brings our community together. Viva Portugal! Viva! Viva Camões! Viva! Viva as comunidades portuguesas! Viva! Viva Lowell! Viva!
Sorry, 1 second. Two favors. If you could hold on 1 second. Dr. Miguel Vaz of FLAD was a last-minute, very special guest of ours. He would like to say a few words. And my favor number 2 is to everybody please buy t-shirts. They're going to be at the Reds. Dr. Vaz. 10 t-shirts is $200. Thank you.
Hi, hello! Viva Portugal! Viva Lowell! Sorry, when I arrived here, you were 1 million people. And now we are so 500,000 people from Lowell. So, you need more speeches, yes? I had prepared a speech of 45 minutes, but look, I cannot. I won't dare to bother you more. I just want to say 2 things. Very short. First one, it's my first time here in Lowell for the Day of Portugal. I'm totally flabbergasted. But you have, yes, thank you very much, but you have here an inspiration that when I work back in Lisbon in Portugal, I always think about. You have the best family ever here in Lowell. The Saab family. Dear Elísia, dear Mark, Annalise, the kids, plus Maria Cunha. They are the best people ever. So when I'm working, I work with the Portuguese American communities and I work with the US legislature of Portuguese descent. And here Lowell, when I came the first time, long time ago, it's always an inspiration. And this is the 45th anniversary of the Day of Portugal in Lowell. Amazing. And my foundation, the Luso American Development Foundation, FLAT, is commemorating this year its 40th anniversary. 40 years old. So we are younger. And we are finish our program in New York with a program to pay tribute to the best fado singer ever of Portugal. Can you please name her? Amália Rodrigues. So, on October 11, we hope to see you, everybody from Lowell, a delegation in Lowell, at the Carnegie Hall in New York City at 7 p.m. The tickets are not expensive, and if you want to organize a van with people from Lowell, we'll help you and we'll be expecting you. So, once again, Viva Portugal! Viva Lowell! E viva a família Sabe! Thank you, sorry.
Okay, that really concludes our program tonight. The veterans and volunteers made us delicious sandwiches, so please everyone join us at the Reds. Thank you.